Okay, welcome back to Viewers and Game Bears. It is time for the finale of the Mega Man X5X playthrough, and we are going to take down Sigma for the, you guessed it, 5th time. Oh boy, we totally want to fight this guy again. But there's a world that needs saving from a certain very dangerous virus, so we have no choice. Let us do this. For the fate of the Earth. I noticed how there's a nice little background with X and Zero's exoskeletons in the back. And their pods that they apparently came out of when they were awakened, even though X was put into some sort of hypersleep for a good, 100 some odd years, despite only needing 30 years for his programming. Well, Zero, on the other hand, I think was allowed out a lot sooner, but whatever. I'm impressive. The #1 Rebloid you are. You came much earlier than I expected. Why? Why did you do this? Because of Zero. To awaken Zero from his false self. None at all. I've conducted thorough research and reached a tremendous result. I wanted to find out what Zero truly is and scatter the virus all over the Earth to purify his body. But the amount of the virus was insufficient. So I used the rundown colony, making it a virus colony and let it land on the Earth. You know the outcome, don't you? You almost annihilated the Earth for that? You're sick. Fortunately, there were those handy guys called Maverick Hunters ever ready and able to come to the rescue. And I knew the Earth would be safe and sound, but alas, most of the hunters have also become mavericks. That was a close one. You! How many hunters have lost because of you? I'll never forgive you for this. You're going to pay for what you've done. Alright, and this is our fight against Sigma Boy. And this is a pretty cool fight song that goes along with it. Alright, he'll just throw some little electro balls at you, and he'll start to dash across the screen. And as a nice little homage to Mega Man X1, he's weak to the lightning-themed weapon, just like he was in X1, when he was weak to, whatchamacallit. When he was weak to Electric Spark. So now he's weak to Triad Thunder instead. He does hit like a train, so you really have to be careful. Now, you can kind of hit him like a train, too. In my opinion, I always think that's pretty fair. If the boss can hit you like a train, you should at least be able to hit them like a train, you know? It's just fair balance, I'd say. Alright, he'll spawn around Sigma viruses that he kind of uses like shield weapons in previous Mega Man games. Oh my god. Alright, rookie mode. Call me a baby all you want. I don't want to lose too many of my lives. I don't know, Sigma just hits like a train in this boss fight. Actually, better yet. Alright, once this little intro is done, I'm gonna check the, my energy tech. Might use that. And his name is Psycho Sigma. It's not just normal Sigma now. Oh, no, he's a psycho. Get it? Actually, we have full weapon energy. You know what? Or not weapon energy, energy. Just normal energy. So, you know, let's do this again. Oh, no. I got him there. Man, not having to worry about charging the Buster is such a lifesaver right now. Get it? A lifesaver? Okay. Alright, this little psychic wave attack. Got him. Ah, shit. Damn it. Okay, screw that. You know what? I ain't no baby. I ain't no baby. Alright, eat that up. Delicious Inidex. Alright, one more good hit and he's screwed. Goodbye, Psycho Sigma. You see, I beat him without rookie mode. Am I a pro Mega Man player yet? I don't know. Or specifically X series. Hee hee hee. The #1 hunter you are, X. The stronger you are, the more I want to destroy you. It was pointless to have Zero fight you. After all, you are the #1 hunter. You show no mercy for enemies or comrades. Shut up! Where are you? I'm in the background, X. I'm a wall again, just like in the first game. Here I am, you can challenge me and it's at any time. I have delightful news. I've recently acquired a new partner. He has been very supportive. He seems to have created quite a few robots, and he gave me the toughest buddy that you will ever see. You got here sooner than I expected, so it is not yet complete, but it is enough to defeat you. He is an excellent partner. I believe you two know each other. In fact, he used to be a comrade of yours. He was very persistent about you, and that makes him very helpful to me. You see, X, there is someone other than me who hates you. Now feel our combined rage and die, but not before suffering horribly. Goodbye, X. The person he's referring to is Dr. Wily. Spoilers. Alright, so you're supposed to hit his weak spot in his head right there. That's pretty much the only way. Ow, my god, those fists hit like a train, dude. I think you can destroy the fists if I remember correctly. But, yeah, screw that. He's just doing too much damage. Alright, once he gets out of there, I'm going to start an overstriking. Because I keep forgetting you can actually go to the other side, so if you just do this the entire fight, you kind of easily win. And look how fast this is going by. Alright, hold up. Let's take this off rookie mode. I don't want to die. And he's dead. Well, that was easy. Darn. But I'll never die alone. I'll take Zero down with me. No, stop using Zero as a shield. Isn't it painful to have to watch while others suffer? You can put up with your own pain, but can't bear to see others, especially Zero, harmed, can you? I'm taking Zero, the one most important to you, to the underworld. Goodbye, X. Just say hell. It's a rated T game. You can say hell. Just annoys me when games go the underworld or the afterlife or down under. I'll end you or end it or do the job. Just say you'll kill him. You even see the shit with rated M games, man. Just say kill him. It's not that hard. Alright, now we get a nice little cutscene, and when did this? Oh yeah, he used Zero as a shield. Zero. Zero, no. Don't die. Hello, Aaron, how are you doing today? Do you hear me? Zero. Drop dead. Oh, my throat. Oh, no. You had more than enough time to move, X. Come on, dude. How persistent you are. Zero was not in that room with either of us. Where the hell did you come from? Die. Sigma. You know what's ironic about this scene? Zero's Buster in this game is weak as hell if you choose him in the intro stage. So, it's kinda dumb how he killed Sigma with that weak-ass Buster shot. I mean, from a gameplay standpoint, it makes sense for Zero to have the weaker Buster. And in X6, we'll see that more later on, but because X is supposed to be the one persistent with the Buster, while Zero is the one persistent with the Saber, so it makes sense from a gameplay balancing standpoint. Because why are you going to have one character that's extremely broken in both Buster and Swordplay, while the other is good at Bustering, but not so good at Swordplay, you know? It's just a balance issue, but we'll talk about that in the X6 playthrough. X... Do you hear me? Darn. Your optimism led to your own demise. You should live. No, not Zero. Okay, what happened to the rest of X's body? Good lord, come on, really? Alright, so this is what I was talking about by there being 3 separate endings in this game, this being one of them. I don't think I'll be able to showcase all 3 of them without some really dumb resets in the main story, but this is the one that you get if Zero doesn't supposedly die and turn evil. And where Zero is fine, but you still beat the final boss with X. There's a separate ending where if Zero survives the space colony crash and doesn't become evil, and you beat Sigma as Zero, there's a different ending for that. But anyways, where he seals himself away, which is supposed to lead into the Zero series, but we'll get into that more in the X series. In X6 playthrough. Anyways. Not yet. Actually, I want you to rest and relax for now. Hold on, X. Just for a few more moments. And did everybody guess who that was? That was Dr. Light, spoiler alert. He apparently reset X's memories. He doesn't remember anything about Zero, which we'll see right here. 3 years from then. Which is stupid, because, and we'll get to this later in X6, why that little time jump there is a bit of a retcon. But anyways, yeah, like I said before, we'll save that for X6. A large maverick has broken out in Hori 2146 block. Go into action immediately. Let's go, now. Get a move on. We've been used to living in peace. Since that time, X's eyes have changed and sharpened. I can face any enemy now. I will feel this way, as long as I have the saber. I'll do it today. Zero, with you. Well, actually, in this ending, Dr. Light doesn't erase his memories. That's in a separate ending. Where if you beat the game as X but Zero ends up dying, that's the thing that's that ending that happens. Oops, my mistake. And congratulations to your shinies. And this ending, fans think that this ending is what leads into X6 instead of Zero's ending leading into the Zero series. While X's other good ending, if Zero were to die, doesn't lead to anything, I guess, since he doesn't remember Zero, so it wouldn't lead to anything. And apparently this also is supposed to lead into the Legend series as well, which doesn't happen until way after both the Zero and the ZX series, but whatever. Forever, we'll be together, Zero. Alright, and good on you for getting your shiny Ursaluna. Well, while we watch the credits roll for a little bit, why don't we talk about our little review of this game? X5? Honestly, X5, a lot of people really don't like X5 because of how easy it is in some of the level design, like Tidal Whale Stage. Or again, his funny name, Duff McWhalin. Yeah, that stage fucking sucks ass. Like, probably one of the worst stages in any Mega Man game. Classic, X-Zero series, Legends, I don't care. But most of the other stages, level design, in my opinion, they're fine. I like that this is the first X game, if you don't count the Ultimate Armor cheat in X4, to have more than one set of armor that you can use as X. So it definitely allows you to use multiple things, and thankfully this isn't the last X game to do that, since X6 and X8 did the same thing. Weirdly enough, skipping X7. In this ending, yes he is. This introduces some new characters that we see in later X games, like Aelia probably being the most important of the recurring characters since we see her in every later X game besides Command Mission. Douglas kind of looking like if Double and Otto fused, which, who cares about him? I don't think we ever see him again after X6. Lifesaver, completely forgettable character, shows up for like 2 scenes, and Cygnus, hey, he's cool. He obviously is based on Colonel, as you can see here, but yeah, he looks pretty cool nonetheless. Yes, on this ending, he's dead. But I like some of the weapon selection in this game, even if some of the weapons are a little eh. They're still better than classic Mega Man 5's weapons, in my opinion. Like, take Izzy Glow's weapon or Shining Firefly's weapon, for example. Clearly, it's what inspired the Commando Bomb for Mega Man 10 later on, in 2010 when that game came out. But the Charged version is just a big-ass Hyper Beam, and I fucking love that. Yeah, we see Cygnus again. In X6 and X8. I don't think he shows up in X7, if I remember correctly. Some of the other weapons, well, Goo Shaver is just a discount Ground Hunter. Well, Wing Spiral is just a discount Rising Fire. Tri-Thunder is a discount Thunder Beam. I almost said Elect Beam. Spike Ball's kind of underwhelming aside from his charge version. Darkhold is literally just Time Stopper. And whatchamacallit, Crescent Shot is pretty decent as well, especially the charge version being a glorified shield weapon, which you don't see very often in the X series, unlike the classic series. Like, I think the only other shield weapon in the entire X series is charged, charged Bubble Splash from X2. And I forgot which one from X8. I think it was Charged Drift Diamond? No. No, Charged Drift Diamond. Yeah, that was another shield-like weapon. And Ground Fire is pretty decent as well, even if the charged version is just discount double Cyclone. But yeah, it's not a half-bad weapon. The weapon selection in this game is pretty decent. Far from the worst in the X series. Oh, we'll get to the worst weapon selection soon enough. But, yeah. And Dynamo I still think is pretty cool. The fight with Sigma's pretty awesome. This game spawned the iconic X vs. Zero fight that everybody loves from the X series, so yeah. But I think that's it for the review of this game. It's definitely not my favorite X game. X4, if you all know me, takes that, following X1 and X8. But X5 may be my 4th favorite X game. So I'll be dead honest here, I'd play it over X2 and X3. It's just some things I think this game, I just like more for this game compared to X2 and X3. And that's not counting Extreme 1, Extreme 2, Maverick Hunter X, Command Mission, or X Dive, so those are more, they're not spin-offs, really, but I personally don't count them in the main 8 games. That's just me. But there's still another playthrough of this. I want to do a playthrough of this game with Zero before we move on to X6. But yeah, that's the game. Thanks for playing. But anyways, I think we shall come back later on for the start of the Zero playthrough. And I should hurry up and finish Pikmin 4 before a certain game comes out later this month. Anyways, if y'all enjoyed this nice little finale to Mega Man X5 and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the videos you see on screen right now if you're on YouTube, and that bell button for more. Thank you for showing up once again in this wondrous episode. And we'll be back for the start of the Zero playthrough of this game to show you the different endings. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. And have a terrific day. Plus, video sponsored by the wonderful people at W. You know what to do with that. Thank you everybody for watching. Have a terrific day.